Law and Ordinance coverage. Guys, we've talked about it before. We got to talk about it again. It's today's topic, so let's get into it. Rob Kolb, your Toledo area public adjuster, making claims great again. Guys, Law and Ordinance, critical to have in your insurance policy. Let me tell you something I've been seeing lately. This trend I've been seeing is homeowners and a certain group of people I'm not going to directly discuss. They are seeing HO3 policies, and because that client has an HO3 policy, people are automatically assuming that it has Law and Ordinance in it. Now, I don't want to, this is not meant to talk about what an HO3 policy is, but what that is, it's just common homeowners insurance that's on the better side of coverage. So it's something that's pretty common. It's pretty good insurance. It's what I have on my house, is an HO3. But Law and Ordinance, don't assume that it's in there, guys. You need to verify that it's in there. So if it's not on the declarations page as an endorsement, then you need to go to the exclusion section of the policy. And the last 3 times I've looked at it, as soon as I get to the exclusion, that's like the number one thing that's been there is Law and Ordinance. So what Law and Ordinance does is, if your house, if it isn't currently up to code and you suffer a loss that would justify bringing something up to code, that's what Law and Ordinance pays for. And I'm going to give you a very specific example so you can understand. So just recently I was looking at a house with siding damage. And it was damaged from wind, and I could tell that the siding was attached to bare wood. Okay? Well, that's not up to code. So now the insurance company is going to have to pay for the siding. There's no question about that. But they're also going to have to put house wrap on the house, and insulation board is also going to have to go on this house. But I was looking through the policy. Sure enough, this client doesn't have Law and Ordinance. And so I told the client, well, unfortunately, since you don't have Law and Ordinance, this is going to be an expense that, you're going to have to pay for. And the client really didn't like that answer. And they said, well, we just won't add those things then. And I said, no, you can't do that. It's a law. It's not something you can just not comply with. So let's say your town or your city, you probably have to pull a permit to do this job. And then afterwards, there may be an inspection that goes along with it. If you or your contractor failed to bring this house up to code, someone's going to be in some trouble, guys. So if it's a law, you can't just ignore it, just like you can't ignore other laws. So, it can get really, really costly really, really quick. I'll tell you another really, really quick story. Is I knew a guy that owned a series of apartment buildings, and he told his agent, hey, I just want really good coverage. I don't want to have to worry about it. They forgot Law and Ordinance on one building. That building happened to burn down, and it cost him a whole bunch of money out of his pocket, because then he, out of his pocket, had to bring this building, up to code. So super critical, guys. Make sure you have it. If you don't have it, call your insurance agent and get it. Have a public adjuster like myself or somebody advise you on whether or not you have it, but it's critical. You guys got to do it. Once again, I think my ending here is Rob Kolb, your Toledo area public adjuster. Give me the thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my page. And we're in the car. Calvin's in the car with me, so you guys know what I got to do. I got to go walk the dog. I'll talk to you later.